On this episode, we're discussing my ever-changing and invisible Ford Bronco. Today we're talking about my Ford Bronco order, and specifically the timeline of when I ordered it, the options I had in it, and the various updates I've received along the way. There's a lot of details here, so I hope I don't bore anybody along the way. Here we go. Today we're not going to be talking about the previous 5 generation of Ford Broncos. They're actually pretty cool cars. I've never really wanted one or purchased one, but instead we're going to talk about the new model that came out in 2021. Started production in 2021, and more importantly, my inability to actually acquire one. So back in 2020, Ford was teasing concept photos of the new Ford Bronco. They all looked pretty cool, but probably unrealistic. When the images of the actual model were released, I contemplated getting in line with a reservation first thing, but I really didn't jump in on being one of the first reservation holders. But I did eventually submit a reservation in June of 2021. So soon thereafter, I received an email from Ford. I think it was July that the 2021 Bronco production is underway. And I did place my order with the dealer for a 7-speed, 2-door anti-matter blue. I think at that point, I'm not sure if it was an Outer Banks, not a Badlands. And sure enough, in about a month later, I got another email from Ford saying production is delayed due to the hardtop quality issues I'm sure everybody's read about, and that my 2021 model was now going to be a 2022. So got an email from them in October that I needed to go and place the order again. Before I could work with the dealer to get my order updated for a 2022 model, Ford automatically updated it for me. Changed the color option to black, moved the transmission from a manual 7-speed to an automatic, dropped a bunch of different options. Soon thereafter, I was able to sit with the dealer and update the order. I went from a Outer Banks 2-door model to the Badlands model, went to Hot Pepper Red Metallic, and now you could get the 7-speed and the Sasquatch package, and that's how I configured the car, along with the modular front bumper and the tow hitch, along with the high package, which gives you the 12-inch LCD touchscreen. So now we got into the waiting phase, if you will, where time would go by. I would email the dealer, wouldn't get anything. I called Ford customer service, and I did finally figure out what my order ID is, order code, sales order. Every time I called in, the different thing they wanted. So I called every 2 months or so for an update, but really didn't get an update because they needed the car to go into production status, at which point a VIN number got assigned. So in September of 2022, still no update, but I see that Ford announces a new Heritage model that won't be released until the 2023 model year. Interesting. And more important, that existing Bronco reservation holders would have first dibs on it, would have priority in ordering one of these models. Didn't really concern me because I was still holding out hope that I would get a 2022 model as I initially configured. As expected, though, I got the dreaded email from Ford stating that once again they couldn't build my car as a model year 2022, and instead we're going to convert it to a 2023. And I had a couple months to meet with the dealer and basically reorder the car all over again. So while I was at it, I thought, well, maybe I'll try to get one of those Heritage models, as Ford said I would be a priority, quote unquote, user. So reached out to the dealer. When I finally got in touch with him, he said, no, we just have one of those, and that's going to the owner himself. So about a month goes by, finally get on the phone with him. We update the order as it is, and he sends me a summary of it, but it's incorrect. It doesn't have the Sasquatch information on there. So get back in touch with him. He basically tells me that for the 2023 model year, Sasquatch is included in Badlands. So that's news to me. Went out and checked it out, looked at the forums, looked at Ford's site. That's incorrect. Reached back out to him, back and forth. Ultimately, I guess he accepted or realized that I was correct and updated the order as necessary. Now, I don't want to forget that along the way, they have sent me some tchotchke stuff. You know, I got a hat, a calendar, a deck of cards, and even a Bronco flag that's hanging in my garage. The car's not there, but the flag's there. So I hate to come off sounding like a whiny punk, if you will, but we're now, going into the 19th month of waiting for this Ford. And while I blame the dealer a little bit for the lack of communication or not really knowing the vehicle, I put most of the blame onto Ford. I understand I ordered the Bronco with options that are hard to get, but shoot, they're on the website. You can configure it with them. I don't understand how you sell something that you can't honestly deliver. It's not a hand-built supercar like a Pagani. It's a production vehicle and a Ford. So I guess all I can do at this point is be patient, check back with Ford, and wait to get a VIN number. Now, if the dealer does come back, if and when I do get this car, if they do come back with some ridiculous markup that was never agreed upon, that's a different story, and that will sure to result in another video, and definitely I will make some noise about that. But now, if anybody has any additional information, please leave it in the comments section. I'd love to hear if there's anything I can do. I have gone back and asked if there's options I need to remove to kind of accelerate this, but so far the answer is no. It is what it is. So I'm really curious now. Now I'm just morbidly curious to see how long it's really going to take. My guess is it probably won't be a 2023 model. Instead, we'll be looking at 2024. It would be funny if it wasn't so frustrating, but that's all I got. See ya.